Alright guys, so we're gonna have a little on-the-go garage project here. So here's my car, which you guys have seen me do work on, which there'll be more to come. But we got a little eBay fun here. So eBay headers for Lancers. We're gonna see how this turns out. What do you think, Brendan?
I don't even care. I'm excited.
So we've got the Rice Mobile here, and we're gonna try them out and see how this goes. So set up, have some little bit of montage video for you, and we're gonna install some headers. And with the interesting part with these is that the downpipe to replace this actually comes with two O2 bungs in it already. So if you wanted to run a wideband, you can. Which is pretty sweet. I guess it has to deal with, depending on which Lancer it is, where the O2 sensor is, but hey, I mean, if you need an extra, if you want to run a wideband, you can. But this is eBay Rice car. We don't run widebands. We don't need it.
Right.
Right. All right, let's get going. All right, heat shields off. All the bolts that hold the manifold on are off except for the one in the left corner, and that's because you can't get to it. So our solution is pulling off the power steering pump to get to that bolt. Just loosen the belt, pop that off, and then there's a couple bolts to hold the power steering pump on. Once you get those out of the way, then move that out of the way, you'll be able to pop the last bolt. Take the the old header off, excuse me, and put the new one in, put all those bolts back on, then put the power steering pump back on. But make sure you also disconnect the header from down onto the bottom, which down at the bottom there where it connects to the downpipe, but also there's a bolt with a bracket that can connect it to the engine block, and that's got to come off too. But once that's good to go, then everything's out. And then you can also, while you're at it, the downpipe or the front pipe, whatever you want to call it, it's the pipe that's after the header, you can take that out too, because that's replaced with the new system. So our ratchet way of a breaker bar here is to take the correct wrench and then just put the end of the jack on it and go for it. So yeah, these bolts were actually not that hard to get off. Just sprayed them a lot with
It's impossible.
Impossible? What do you mean?
It's really hard to get there.
Really hard to get to. We just sprayed these with some engine cleaner, degreaser, and rust remover, and wire brushed them, and went slow and gave it a good amount of torque. It went slow and it came right off. So got all those off and it went good. So.
Look at that bar.
Here.
Where's that? Get it?
That did absolutely nothing. It's still tight.
Well, that.
What?
Probably.
Well, we got it out. So we had to remove the power steering pump bracket so that fell out of the way. So there's 3 bolts for that, and you got to undo you got to take the belt off, you got to undo the idler pulley all out of the way, and then there's 3 bolts holding that on. That got us enough room to get the end bolt on the exhaust right here. And so then it just comes, the whole block like that just comes straight off the top. Then this is the old gasket. All right, you can go ahead and take that off.
Oof.
That is, ooh, look at that.
What is that?
That's pretty disgusting.
Oh
So
my God.
we're gonna have to clean that up pretty good.
That's a, oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to scrape that off pretty good and clean that out with a
Wire
wire brush before we go any further, because the new one will not steal
The
it.
rust literally formed around it.
Mhm.
Wow.
So after you clean that up, and then you can keep going. All right, so we cleaned off that, cleaned off the motor, got that all cleaned up pretty good. Put a little bit of exhaust sealant on there, and then put the gasket on. Slid the new one in, put the O2 sensor in, and now we are tightening the bolts that hold it to the motor, which basically we did as tight as we can by hand, and then since we don't have a torque wrench, we'll just do like a quarter of with the bar on there, basically how we're doing it, how it came off. And obviously there's torque specs on there, we don't have them, so we're just making them as tight as we can get it because we don't want exhaust leaks. But so that's kind of how it looks right now. It fits perfect, actually. I have no complaints with it so far. So we're just dealing with a one that's not working too well, and then we're gonna go from there. So that's kind of how it's gonna look. And then there's the bottom shot. There's where that ends right there. We still got to take the factory front pipe off, and that's where it ends right there. So then we'll have the other pipe, which is over there, be attached to the front there. And go to the back. So we're gonna get rolling. All right, guys. So we're getting that bolted back on, but this is all done. We got the rest of the exhaust removed, which is sitting over there, and we got the front pipe installed. The two hangers. Oops. The 2 hangers that hold that are now in, and then the 3 bolts that hold this up here to the header. So that's all done, so we just have to finish the belt and the pulley and then get the rest of the exhaust back on, and we can have a startup on this. And so that's the old front pipe right here, which is gonna be garbage. And then we kind of have like a custom little section here. So for now, we're probably just gonna put this back on and leave it kind of like just an end/side exhaust thing until we figure out what we're doing with the rest of the exhaust. Or leave it open headers for a little while, see what it sounds like. Yeah, no. So let's get this going. Alright guys, so we got the belt back on, tensioned. Everything is tight. We did a double check over tightening everything. And then this is tight down here, so we are going to do a startup here with just open header. So it's going to be coming right out of the front pipe right here, which is going to be pretty loud and awesome. So
Let's squat.
looks good to me. All right, you gonna do the honors?
Yes.
Sweet. She all set. Now let's get the rest of the exhaust on. That's extremely loud.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. All right, so it's all done. We drove it around. Now the headers are starting to change color, but that's with the heat. That's okay. supposed to do that probably. So eBay intake, eBay headers, and full ratchet exhaust, complete with a cherry bomb straight through at the end, just to add the extra rice. And it's all stock diameter in the center. Want to go give it a few revs?
Yeah.
We'll get a little rev. So the true Rice Mobile project is done. Now, mind you, this is a daily driver. It just fits so well.